Welcome, guys. Hope you're having a great day today. We are here with more magical Harry Potter adventures. Gonna finish the previous quest from the previous video, the Tale of Roland Oakes, and we're gonna do probably one or two more side quests. So I hope you guys enjoy the video.
Revelio.
You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every Knut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. Oh, if only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him. Revelio.
One less human to worry about.
Compulsor! Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone.
Any who oppose Ranrock will be eliminated.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Glacius! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Get away!
Accio! Protego!
Why can't I hit you?
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! This castle's hiding all sorts of secrets.
Someone's here.
Protego! This looks like trouble. Revelio. Glacius, Defindo, Expelliarmus, Confringo. Confringo, Expelliarmus, Defindo. Glacius, Confringo, Expelliarmus, Protego. Glacius! Confringo! Defindo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Glacius! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defindo! Revelio. I don't like the looks of that encampment. Now here's a sad-looking place.
Revelio.
That's the student who was...
Revelio. Defender. Confringo. You only have Ranrock to blame. Revelio.
Goodness.
Revelio. Revelio.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
I question anyone
Glad you came.
Christmas. I do seem to enjoy work-life balance control things. Goodness, this must be brilliant and melodious about Did I see what you did with Black Magic? Godric Gryffindor was the greatest duelist in history. Brilliant. Watches over me the
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ramrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. And I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue panther.
Revelio. Revelio.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Revelio. Alohomora.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Revelio.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Revelio.
Thank you for all that you've done for us. What are you looking for exactly? My sincerest gratitude, you brave soul. Oh, you like that? A fine choice. Thank you for passing through.
A sickle, a galleon. Back already! I picked up this violin in Diagon Alley. A complex bit of enchantment. A lovely sound.
More powerful.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Defender! Revelio.
The Ministry ought to loosen the reins on the dark arts. No better protection, if you ask me. They come after me. I'll stick 'em like a nogtail.
Potato! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Enough dumb beasts for everyone. I heard something. You! What do you think you're doing?
Expelliarmus! Defendo! Protego!
Seems we may have an intruder in our midst.
Are you always...
Defendo! Confringo!
Best decision I've made yet.
Expelliarmus!
Avoid
Confringo!
Ah!
Defender!
You dare slay one of my own! You will fall!
Revelio!
I'd say that Irondale is not appropriately named. I don't know what they think I'll see around here. Nothing to poach in Arrowshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble, if you ask me.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Spotted.
Protego! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defender!
Hall clumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Zerona's. Better have a look around. See about the Hall clumps and the box of letters.
Confringo!
That's all the Hall clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Revelio! Depulso! Confringo! Revelio. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Protect. Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defendo! Protego! Stupefy! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defendo! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defendo! Confringo! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Protego!
Rest easy, my large friend.
Revelio. Confringo! Confringo! Revelio. Confringo! Revelio.
This must be Sirona's box of letters. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back. I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Revelio. Capulso. Revelio.
Someone's going to regret this trespass.
Expelliarm. Protego.
Stop thinking around like a...
Confringo.
The beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now.
Aloha, Mora. Revelio.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk clumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.